Oh yeah, this is exciting. Just received this from Cali Audio, brand new studio monitor. Don't worry, the box is empty. Hey, what's going on? Chris Lim here from MIXDOWN Online. Very excited to talk to you about the IN-8 second wave by Cali Audio. I've been working with the first generation of the IN-8 that has been in my studio for almost a year now. And yeah, because actually a year ago I made a video review of the original IN-8 studio monitors, and I've been working with them since then. And you know, I'm gonna have to say that I'm still very satisfied with the quality of the audio that comes out of these speakers. But now we have an improved version of the IN-8, and this one is called the second wave. So I'm going to talk to you about all the improvements that were added on this version. But first, let me go through what we have as far as the three-way system we have with these studio monitors. So if you're new to Cali Audio or new to a three-way studio monitor, let me tell you how that works. So essentially what we get with a three-way studio monitor is three drivers that are going to cover the full frequency range. So we have one woofer for bass frequencies, a mid-range driver for the mid-range, and the tweeter for higher frequencies. So the way the IN-8s are designed is that you have the tweeter that resides inside the mid-range driver, straight from the same physical location on the monitor itself, which is going to bring you way more precision, especially in the mid-range. And you end up with better phase coherence because the mid-range driver and the tweeter are in the same location. So this is what we essentially get with this three-way coaxial design. Now, as far as the improvements on the new second wave version of these studio monitors, first of all, we have a brand new amp. These are self-powered monitors, and now with the new amplifier, we have 12 dB less of self-noise, which is quite huge and very noticeable. I don't know if you watched my first video, the one that I made on the original IN-8 monitor, but I was actually pointing out that the amp was a bit, the self-noise was noticeable, which was not a problem per se, like for a lot of people it's not a problem, but if you're mixing in a very quiet room like I am here in my studio, you can actually notice that self noise when no music is playing. The minute you play music, there's no noise, that is noticeable with the old model. But the minute music was off, I was kind of able to hear that self noise. And at some point, over time, it started to bug me a bit, but now with this new version, with 12 dB less of self-noise, they are super quiet. It's unbelievable. So this, for me, as far as I'm concerned, it's a huge plus with the second wave version of the IN-8 monitors. Then we have a new DSP for smoother higher frequency response tuning. Also, the woofer is new, mid-range driver is also new, which is going to add a more consistent and fast transient response. Also, these are 3 dB louder, which is not a bad thing. And they also produce a bit less tonal harmonic distortion above 400 Hertz, which is going to add to the precision of the mid-range. Then if you look at I don't know if you remember the original one, but on the original one, when we look at the woofer, the mid-range driver, the finish was a bit more glossy. This time around, we have a more paper matte finish, which looks actually very, very good. So this is what we essentially get. Now, if we look at the back of the studio monitor, we have the dip switches that are related to the different tuning options we have here on top. So whether you're having your monitors by the wall, on the desk, on the monitor or speaker stands, or even on the bridge of your mix console, you're all covered. And you can also place them horizontally, so you have also a tuning option if you put them on the bridge of your console horizontally. So that is actually pretty nice. We also have, like on the original one, a low frequency trim, high frequency trim, and of course we have the connectors, XLR, TRS, RCA, so you are all covered. Since I received them, I took the time to listen to them, test them out by listening to some older mixes I worked on, references that I actually know pretty well, and I'm gonna have to say, same as it was with the original IN-8, they sound amazing. You know, they're going to lean more on the neutral side than the colored side. So you have like a very nice low end that is actually tight, a precise mid-range that is very accurate and revealing in a very good way, and a smooth top end. So the full frequency range is well represented, which is perfect for mixing and mastering, especially in a home studio environment. Now, as far as the price goes, we're talking about $399 US for one studio monitor, which is actually not expensive for a coaxial three-way monitor. You know, usually you're going to pay way more than that for a pair of three-way studio monitors. Audio quality is amazing for the price point, you know. Now, you're probably going to say that I'm biased, and you're probably right. And that's because I've been working with the original IN-8 for almost a year, and I'm still very satisfied. So I can actually assure you that they sound very good, and they're very good for mixing and mastering. Now, with the improvements that they made, it brings the second wave, you know, even a notch higher than the original one, which is pretty nice. New DSP, new woofer, new mid-range driver, 3 dB extra of output level, and of course a new amplifier that gives you 12 dB less of self noise, with no more hiss, which is just very cool. So for the price point, you're not going to get higher quality studio monitors on the market so far anyways. And this is something that I like about Kali Audio. They always manage to give you like the best quality products at an affordable price. So check them out. I'm going to leave the link down below. And also let me know in the comment section if you're already using Kali Audio's products. I would love to know that. If not, you know, let me know with which studio monitors you work with. List everything down below, your questions and other comments as well. Until next time, take care and see you.